It's up for grabs now. Is it going to be up for grabs now? We're going to have a Thomas moment tonight. It's very rare. I know you said 2-2. It's very rare. Well, not very rare, but to have a game of such magnitude live up to that billing. I mean, it would be fantastic to see tonight.
I think it'd be great for the league if Arsenal did somehow get a result and win it, because I think everybody's expecting Man City to roll Arsenal over tonight, being at home.
Yep.
The odds say that they're massive favourites, but I just don't look at the odds. As I said before, they've got to have the game of their life. Every single player have got to play their part and do the jobs. I saw Mikel Arteta might have a game plan. Grealish is on fire. That's good that Ben White's against him, because he's a good defender, Ben White, because he's been brilliant lately, Jack Grealish. But Haaland's a man. I mean, and that's what I'm sure he's going to play, probably on Rob Holding's shoulder. And De Bruyne is another one who you got. Partey's going to have to play his role in midfield as well.
We've got in front of us I'm not going to pretend I can remember all of these. I can't even remember what I'll go up the stairs for. We've got in front of us a list of some of the great title deciders in Premier League history, so I'll call them out and we can have a little chat about them. The first one goes back to 96. Newcastle near Manchester United won. Newcastle been topped by 12 points at one stage. Before the game, Newcastle were 4 points clear with a game in hand.
Ooh,
that year, by the way,
one,
United did the double. They did it in 94.
Was that Cantona, back post, volley into the ground?
Yeah.
Well, that's a big game. I mean, again, I look at certain games. If Newcastle win that, they probably wouldn't go and win the league. But Manchester United's have some team then. They was the ones to beat.
That team throughout the 90s were fantastic, weren't they?
Yeah.
Let's move on now to...
I like this one.
Oh, do we have to do that? 98. Manchester United 0.
This is the best game ever. This.
Shut your face. Arsenal 1. United were 9 points clear. Oh, my goodness, at the top heading into this game. But second place, Arsenal had 3 games in hand. Mark Overmars ran through on goal to slot past Peter Schmeichel. Offside, I'm led to believe. But
no, it was a great flick on from Anelka.
It counted.
And we knew we had to win that game, because the points on the board are most important. 3 games in hand, look, don't get me wrong, we could go level. But if Manchester United beat us that day, it was all over probably. And because it's momentum, a lot of it's momentum.
Did you think, okay, we were talking about this earlier on, so of late, the last 3 games, we've not seen the Arsenal we've been used to this season, right? Do you think because it's such a big game, do you see only Arsenal getting up for this? Do you not see an Arsenal that was seen in the last 3? The Southampton performance, the first half was quite poor. Yeah. And of course, you were leading against West Ham, leading against Arsenal. I just wonder, because it's so important, the magnitude of this game, you expect a brilliant Arsenal.
They've got to start like they did against Liverpool. I thought Liverpool in the first half, excellent. First 25, 30 minutes on the front foot. What Mikel Arteta's done, I think the opening 15 minutes of games have been really good on the front foot. And he's put the opposition on the back foot. Liverpool didn't know what hit them at Anfield. Then they took the foot off the pedal a little bit and let them back into the game. So hopefully they've learned from that. And West Ham was exactly the same. They started so well. But when they start well against City, if you can get the opening goal, then you've got to concentrate for the whole 45 minutes. Then it's another half. And then you've got to start quickly again in that second half. So it's a totally different game tonight. But I just hope they go there and they give all you can say to the players, look, give me everything. And they have this season for Mikel Arteta. There's very rarely they let him down. So that's all I hope they can do. If Man City are too good, like they've been playing, we know how good they are.
Yeah.
When you can rest Haaland half-time, and after your team half-time, when you're 3-0 up against Leicester and teams like that, that's how good they are.
And they don't look any weaker. You bring in someone
World Cup winners, they can bring World Cup winners on.
Well, you bring someone like Mahrez into a semi-final of FA Cup and he scores a hat-trick. It's a little bit mad.
Exactly.
What about this one, lads? Both of you are, of course, Arsenal fans. Manchester United 6, Arsenal 1. That was in 2001. United go 16 points clear at the top of the Premiership, as it was back then. Dwight York hat-trick in 23 minutes.
Yes. That was Igor Stepanov's fault.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good that you both remember that. You've not blanked
out. Oh, it was terrible, that one. I played in the game. It was 5-1 down half-time.
That's right.
I remember saying to the ref, "Ref, how long, ref?" This was until half-time. It was 5-1 down. David Seaman was our best player. It could have been 9-1.
Wow.
Thierry scored in that game, didn't he? And he lifted up his shirt.
He scored the equaliser.
Yeah.
He scored the equaliser. And then it went 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. And that's the only time I've heard Arsene Wenger swear at half-time.
Okay, well, don't tell me what he said.
It was a really funny... I nearly started laughing.
Was it
because it's in a French accent. No, it's in a French accent, but English. Effing hell. And you know when you're like, oh, no, I'm going to start laughing because it doesn't suit him.
Did he pick players out? Would he ever pick on, you've done this and you've done that? No. Was there a hairdryer?
Where was really good... He would never jump down someone's throat after the game if you made a mistake, whatever. He would always analyse the game. And then Monday morning, we'd have a meeting, all the lads, and they say, what was you doing for the goal? And I say, well, I was covering him. Boss, if you look at the title, and I've seen it now. So certain incidents, when it's say my man scored, and I'm playing midfield, central midfield, but my other central midfielder, his runner's got past him because he ain't tracking him back. I've covered him, and my man scores. For me, it's his fault because I wouldn't have covered him if he was doing his job. So Wenger's very, very fair like that, and it will all come out in the wash.
No cups of tea thrown at people.
Not really. No, he wasn't that sort of guy. We had George Graeme like that. So Alex Ferguson would have been like that.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys, the older school generation, probably would have been like that.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein, Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.